crypto channel in all the interwebs. Every single one of them. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, make sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We come to you live every single day. While we have really botched this TikTok live without Elron. I don't know if y'all noticed that. We only did it once. Mr. Elron Schmid's on vacation. Yeah. I know that makes everybody very sad. Do you think that he's going to stop his vacation in the middle of it?
That would be very like Mr. Schmid's.
That would be very much like him. Guys, I just got a package of some shoes. This is from Baggins Shoes. Like Bilbo Baggins. Baggins Shoes. Look at this. Here we go. I think these are my ethereal kicks. I think these are from Blockchain Kicks. These are from Blockchain Kicks. That's who these are from. Blockchain Kicks. These are ethereal shoes. These are NFTs. They're numbered on the side that you can't really see, but it says 96 out of 100. So how about that?
That's cool.
And then I also, there's some more here. These have got to be from Blockchain Kicks. These were just handed to me as I'm going live. But I want to open them. Uh-oh. Today's a very magical, special day for the holders of OneCoin. Look at these.
The
Dogecoin shoes, baby. Let's go. And are these are also mine, I think? Yeah, let's see what these ones are. Oh yeah, these are Blockchain Kicks. Yeah, they came from a shoe store called Baggins Shoes, but these are from Blockchain Kicks. BlockchainKicks.com. We love Blockchain Kicks. We got a lot of shoes from there. I'll be honest with you though, I'm afraid to wear some of these because I don't want to get them dirty. Oh, and then we got some Bitcoin shoes. Oh, we should wear these to the Bitcoin conference.
That'd be good.
It'd be good PR for us for Bitcoin. Because we're seen as Ethereum maximalists here. Frank, can you move all this off the thing for me, please? So anyways, guys, we're going to be talking about a lot of cool stuff, but that just got handed to me. Blockchain Kicks, you guys can go check it out. I got to wear some Dogecoin shoes later today. Is Dogecoin getting listed on Coinbase Pro for trading today? We'll have to see how that affects the price. Very interesting stuff going on there. But Google has made some changes you might be seeing very soon involving Bitcoin, involving crypto. Some interesting stuff, and you got to wonder if they're gearing up for something big here. So also we will be looking at Bitcoin. Is it breaking out? Ethereum, is it breaking out? I'm up on my Ethereum long trade from yesterday, but just slightly. I was up like 15% earlier. It's down to like 2% right now. So are we seeing a retracement while we're live here on this show? I certainly hope not. We're going to be taking a look at one of the biggest thorns in my side, which is the negligence of YouTube when it comes to these scam ads. And someone was told they are not able to sue Google over it. And this one we've talked about a lot of times. I would like to do myself. So we'll look into that story and see who it is and why they're being prevented from doing that. We're going to look at a DeFi recovery and then Ethereum at the end, talking about Ethereum upgrades. But I got a big announcement. I feel like, didn't we have two announcements we wanted to go over?
The meetup?
Yes. Do we have the details on that?
It's in Miami. It's on Friday. It's at, I think, 5 to 7 p.m.
You don't come on screen so I can see you?
Yeah. In Miami, Friday night, 5 to 7 p.m., 2-minute walking distance from the conference. I don't know the...
Where is Gaston Cruz?
He already left. Oh, gosh, there's a typo. Upguards. Ethereum
You have a
Upguards.
typo?
Look at the last...
Upguards.
Yeah. So,
Hey.
yeah, Haley has all the details as far as the location.
Can you text her and get that
grab her?
information? We'll make a tweet while we're on the stream.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we'll do that. So we are going to do a meetup in Miami. And which day did you say it was? Friday.
Friday night, 5 to 7
Friday
p.m.
night, 5 to 7, meetup in Miami for the BitSquad. BitSquad meetup. We'll show all those maxis who really is the big draw in town.
And we're also, actually, just so you guys know, we're working on a special text messaging app that you guys can use in the future to let you guys know when we're doing stuff like this. So we can very easily, the best way for us to communicate with the BitSquad quickly on stuff like this. So if we're going to be in a specific place, we can just blast this text out and say like, hey, we're in Miami. Anybody who wants to come hang out, we're here. So stay tuned for that. It's called Community, and it's a texting app.
Everyone's saying that they want their upguards. They want their ETH upguards.
I'm working on it.
So TJ, he's giving you all the details on that. If you could make a tweet on that, and then I'll retweet it from, I'll show it up here. Okay. So we are doing that meetup, but we also have another big announcement to make to you guys, which is, if you guys didn't know, we have Hit Network, which, you know, obviously a lot of you guys subscribe to that channel. It's 109,000 subscribers. Hit Network, we've actually got some channels, some big channels. They're going to be coming up under us. And so the point here is crypto channels, and we're expanding to other areas as well. The point here is that we're expanding our team, as we always are. And we are looking for a few good writers to help us with some content for some of these other channels that we are going to be working with. And so if you are a crypto enthusiast and a writer, you can't slack on either one. Don't be like, yeah, I can color and I like crypto. Or don't be like, oh, well, I'm a great writer, but, you know, I like writing about Western films. No. You got to be a crypto enthusiast and be a good writer. Any experience would help for sure for you to stand out. If you're interested in that, email us at, it's writing@bitboycrypto.com. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Writing@bitboycrypto.com. Now, if you're into Westerns, just know it's not RIDING, okay? We're not riding them, you know, riding cowboy, okay? Woo, ride 'em cowboy. We are writers, WRITING. So it's writing@bitboycrypto.com. So if you're interested in that, you guys make sure to send that. Make that guy a mod. He's in here a lot. I see him all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. So everybody can't do it, but if I recognize you, you might get on as a mod here. But if you are interested in being a writer for us, you know, we would like to talk to you about that. So did you make that tweet?
I'm working on it right.
Working on it right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go and get started showing the screen here, guys. We finally had an uptick. YouTube is fighting us right now on getting our content seen. But we're coming in at 1.09 million subscribers, about to tick up to 1.1 million. And guys, like I said, we're the largest crypto channel in all the interwebs. We have the largest community in all of crypto, the BitSquad, as you guys know. We are over 4.5 million total followers across major social media platforms. This isn't on like on Steam, okay? No offense, Steam. But, you know, so we are, you know, thank you to the BitSquad. We're blowing up. Every time we go places, we're the main event, you know, wherever we go for crypto, for meetups, conferences. Everybody wants to come be part of the BitSquad. Why? Because we're fun and we are regular people. We're not schmoozes, okay? But also make sure you are following us on Twitter. This is a big part of our, you know, a big part of our operations. Twitter, we're 409,000 followers. Absolutely unbelievable. Also, guys, we will be doing an AMA with Benchmark Protocol partner. We are an advisor for. If you guys want to check that out, we've got that up here at the top. Also, you know, sometimes I tweet about basketball. If you guys didn't know that, I did tweet about Trae Young. How good are the Hawks?
They're looking fire.
Yeah.
I almost texted you last night after that game. Were you watching it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was watching it. Oh, yeah. Because we weren't going to be able to go to Game 6 if it went to Game 6 because we were going to be in Miami. So we were glad the Hawks wrapped it up. We have Hawks season tickets. Next year, we locked in courtside tickets. We're going to be on the second row courtside. So pretty excited about that. So, you know, definitely being seen in the Atlanta area. If you're in the Atlanta area, we love you guys. We're going to be doing more meetups here in Atlanta. We got to commit to at least one more over the summer.
Yeah. No, we're going to get it to once a month very soon.
Yeah, very, very, very soon. So anyways, guys, is this, God, we're doing a lot of retweets. So where was I going with that? I was waiting for you to get done, but you didn't finish.
No, just go to Market Watch. Sorry.
We'll start at Market Watch. Let's do that. I felt like there was one other thing I wanted to say. But anyways, the market cap, guys, coming in $1.74 trillion today. Bitcoin dominance coming at 41.7, dropping, but ETH dominance also dropping 18.6%. But look at this volume, still extremely low. Like, I can't believe how low the volume is on the crypto markets. And I've got Carl on today at 3 to talk about where this is going and looking at the volume and the relevance that it plays in these breakouts. He's more bullish on Ethereum right now than he is on Bitcoin, and he's not a maxi, but you guys know he talks a lot about, you know, Bitcoin more than anything else by a long shot. So the fact that he himself, you know, is talking about Ethereum maybe breaking out, even though Bitcoin might not be, it's super interesting conversation. You're definitely going to want to hear. California meetup, yeah, whenever we go back to California, we will do a meetup there, I'm sure. So I don't know if Ivan is I think I recognize him. I think I recognize everybody, though. I don't know if I do or not. All right, so let's check out the biggest gainers. We got OKB, which is an OKX coin. IOTA coming in. IOTA. What a blast from the past that is. Phantom with a good pump today, back up to 37.39. Man, we have not looked at our 1K to 10K challenge in quite a while. Wonder how that's doing. Maybe we should go check that.
Yeah.
Let's go see what that is doing. Didn't we put some money in Shiba over there?
Oh, gosh.
No, we didn't. So, well, not going so great. We were up to like $2,500. Then after this dip, even with Phantom pumping, we're down to 1288. So, hey, still up from where we started. Still up from where we started. I guess we started from the bottom. And now we're here. Pretty good. I made myself laugh. Algo ran with a big pump. We'll talk about that story in a little bit. Yes, TJ.
I was just going to say the tweet is up now.
The tweet is up. Okay, so we're going to get this tweet here. This is for our meetup.
There's the details.
There's the details. You guys get it. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead and everybody go and retweet this.
Nashville meetup.
Definitely love to do a Nashville meetup. We love Nashville. Love Nashville. Yeah, my kid's favorite player is Derrick Henry, so he likes to go watch a Titans game every once in a while. Maybe we'll go up there and do that. But anyways, guys, we will be hosting a meetup. Hey, just pretty much you can make those people mods. I think it's fine.
We've got
a mod doesn't give you power to do anything negative, so just so you know. Just like removing stuff. So if there is one that we have a problem with, then just for future reference. I'm just telling you how the mods work. I don't know if you know.
No, I know. I added about 12 yesterday.
Yeah, 12. Okay, we want to get up to at least 30, I think.
Okay.
For our size. Okay, so this is the details of the meetup. It's at the Wynwood Marketplace, Giant Food Court, 2250 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Miami, 33127. It's a 4-minute walk away, and there is the phone number if you want to check that out. So, okay. All right, Cosmos with a big pump. Kusama, Solana, Zilliqa, Waves, the Graph, all over 10%. The Graph has been crushing it, hasn't it?
It has been.
Graph has been doing absolutely phenomenal here. It did peak back in February, but it has been on the way up. I think it pumped, and then it went down again, and now it's pumped again. So these are not actual, it's not an extension pump. It's a replacement pump. So next meetup in Atlanta, we don't have the date or details for that. We've been so focused on Miami, and then I'm going on vacation the next week with my wife the next weekend. So someone said that's bad handwriting. They said bad A handwriting. That's what they said.
Bad, like in a good way.
Yeah. They said it's awesome. Whose handwriting is that? Haley's?
Yeah.
Haley's a heck of a writer. Maybe
Definitely
we should sign
not
her
mine. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, TJ and I both write like 7-year-olds for sure. Okay, so looking at the rest of the market here, let's just see if there's anything that really stands out. Looking at the top gainers of the week, Kusama, Curve, Leo, T-Fuel. Theta been making quite a resurgence. We got a big NFT drop on Theta. Is that in July now? I think
they keep moving.
I think it's in July. They keep moving it.
It is interesting how many DeFi projects had very strong recoveries. You mentioned Curve and some of the other ones.
Oh, somebody said go Sixers. Get that out of my face. We're coming for y'all.
Come on. We're
coming for y'all. If Joel Embiid's out, I think the Hawks got a great chance to win that series. I mean, look, I'm a homer. I love the home team. It's going to be tough to beat the Nets no matter what. So whoever gets them, you're probably going down. Okay, so, the DeFi projects are having a resurgence. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about Algorand a little bit later as well. Let's check the Bitcoin chart and see what is going on here. I mean, like, the thing is when you look at it in a vacuum.
You like that super chat?
I didn't even see it.
You want me to read it
went
for
across
you?
the screen too quick.
I can read it for you if you want. No,
don't read that. Just leave that alone.
Okay.
If you could ban that person, block that person, please.
I think I'm gonna make him a mod.
Oh no, you are not. You are not doing that. Somebody said Google Ads is already old news. What does that mean? Didn't the story just come out?
Last night, maybe.
Last
First
night,
thing this morning.
Anyways, I mean, are we just gonna have to go to a 24/7 channel where we're just live all the time, continuously running?
We're gonna need more people.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
Somebody said we should do a meetup on the moon.
Hey.
I definitely think that is a good one. So, okay. All right, so looking at this here, here's what's interesting is when you look at the Bitcoin chart over the last little bit here, is that, I mean, we are clearly in an uptrend for Bitcoin right now. And when you're looking back here, I mean, look how big these daily candles are. These have been much more consistent, but a lot of the green ones have about the same size wick. It's like Bitcoin's taking 3 steps forward and 2 steps back every day. That seems to be what we're looking at. That's on the daily. We're looking on the 6 hour yesterday. Oh, big news right here. Big news on Market Cipher. And of course, if you guys want access to Market Cipher, you guys can go here and get our best deals. You can sign up for ByBit, sign up for Femex. Look, if you trade on ByBit, I definitely would suggest, if you don't have multiple accounts on ByBit, having an account on Femex. That way, if you want a long and short at the same time, if you want a long on the weekly, but you want a short on the daily, you guys can do that as well. We also have Market Cipher, TokenMetrics, and then we've got some other things here as well you guys can sign up for. Market Cipher still have a few available of these. First 500 signups get 15% off with the code BitSquad. A lot of people interested in Market Cipher. It's feeling like it's a good time to trade again, I think. But here's the big news, guys. I don't know if you guys can see this. CryptoFace was talking about this yesterday. And by the way, we got a lot of positive comments about CryptoFace around the blockchain. They loved CryptoFace.
Yeah, it was a blast having him on. We're going to have him on a lot more often.
A lot more often. Well, we love CryptoFace.
Yeah, he's a dude.
For sure. Yeah, he's, I know him in real life. So, not just virtually. Face. Yeah, we had a good time when we went to Vegas.
Yeah,
so.
that was cool.
But guys, do you remember what he was talking about yesterday, TJ?
The money flow.
The money flow on the 6 hour.
Yep.
It was the closest thing to bullish we had was that this money flow looked like it might be going positive. It has just gone positive. I don't know if you guys can see, like down here in the corner. I wish, can I change the color here? I'm not even going to attempt that right now. It must be easy to do, but I can't figure it out. So anyways, we are here. We have the money flow. The money flow is now, this is the line that marks the money flow. We are in the positive. So we go to the 4 hour. We are starting to get thick in the positive here. Well, that's not what I want to do. I want to get rid of this. That is not what I want to do either. Guys, I'm never going to be good at TradingView. I want you guys to know that. Ever in my life. I'm not committed to being good at using these tools on TradingView. But if we go and look at the 4 hour is thickly in the green. And that's thick with 2 C's if you didn't know. But we want to see it get a little higher. But on the 4 hour chart, you guys can see that we are really, this is the highest the money flow has been. I'm going to close it back down here. This is the highest the money flow has been since the crash. So we have to go all the way back to, is that a spike there? I think we got to go all the way back to May 5th to get where the money flow on the 4 hour was in the green. What we want to see is we want to see something like this, where we have extended period of money flow in the green. So let's look at the 8 hour and see how close the 8 hour is. The 8 hour is still pretty thick. But as you guys can see, it is going down some here. We are in the red. We want to flip that into the green on the 8 hour chart. But we did have these 3 green dots back here, and we've yet to see the price of Bitcoin get above where we were when these dots printed. So people still putting the verses in the chat. Mm-hmm. It was very distracting yesterday. I felt like the live stream itself was actually not that great yesterday because I was so distracted by the verses.
Yeah.
But they were very funny. I got a lot of enjoyment and entertainment out of it. So let's not do that today.
Yeah, I was gonna say
BitBoy versus the chat. I can already see it now.
You just.
I know.
You just did it.
Very, very aware. Very aware. Very aware. By the way, guys, if you guys are excited about Ethereum looking like it's going to break out, go ahead and just throw in the chat that hashtag ETHGang. How many people do we have watching?
13,500. Right?
How many likes?
2,300.
2,300. And guys, our numbers are a little bit lower than normal. And we've been telling you guys there's YouTube doing some stuff, but I got a theory here. If you could do us a favor, let's get the chat up to, or the likes up to 8,000 today. Very easy. Let's go ahead and hit that like button and do that. But the interesting thing is, I think a lot of people are at this conference.
Yeah.
Thousands of people are at this conference. They say 50,000 people. So I've seen a lot of people on YouTube complaining about their numbers. Not just me. I mean, a lot of other people, which it's a little suspect when everybody's seeing dips when almost everybody is. But I'll let y'all read into that what it is. So the fact is, a lot of people I think that would be watching content are participating in these festivities. And so, look, I mean, the difference between like an average day for us, like 16, 17,000 and 13,000 to 15,000. I mean, 1,500 people. That's it. So could definitely be seeing that. So let's move on and look at Ethereum because I will tell you, Ethereum is looking mega bullish in my opinion. The money flow here on the daily is still so thick in the green. And once again, this is what CryptoFace pointed out. This is why he is trading more Ethereum than Bitcoin right now. Because of this money flow. Look how thick the money flow is in Ethereum. Compare that to Bitcoin on the daily chart, and look how thick it is in the red. How do you explain that? There's just more interest in Ethereum right now, which is so interesting. Go back to that. I transferred my Doge from Binance US to Coinbase Pro. Thought deposit started yesterday. Also, I found this hidden coin able to be deposited on. Oh,
Got him.
Golem. Got him. It was only one word difference. I went and said it. Is Golem's not a meme coin or a spam coin though?
No.
I mean, it's an older project.
Yeah.
Like,
I was really excited about it at one point.
I guess, yeah. TJ doesn't have the best track record. I'm going to be honest with you guys.
Actually, I do. I never bought it. What I've bought, I've almost very rarely missed. But I have bought a few that are absolutely trash.
Garbage.
Yeah, and I like to talk about those. Those are some of my favorite ones to talk about.
Polymath,
and Deep Brain Chain, and Dragon Chain.
Those are probably literally the three worst.
The three worst losers of the last cycle, probably.
You know, one that I felt like was almost in that category that made a big renaissance was Icon. It was down 99% at one point.
Yep.
But they kept building. So, and then the other we talked about the other day, Substratum. That was also a.
Yeah, I never bought any of those, but it was what would get me were things that conceptually, theoretically were great, but from a practical development standpoint, were probably 10 to 15 years away, which I didn't really understand at the time of how technically difficult those projects would be.
You spelled Grayscale wrong. They're saying it is an A. It's not E.
I do that every time.
Yeah. Thank you guys for pointing that out. I love when you guys point out mistakes TJ makes.
He does.
It's good. Because I spend the whole chat reading about all the mistakes that I made, or maybe the ones that my parents made. Thanks, guys. Feel refreshed.
Got deep.
Talking to somebody yesterday about people on the internet, you know. They're like, how do you deal with all these comments? I was like, it's the internet. Yeah. Like, you just kind of, guys, it is what it is. People come in, they say things, they have no repercussions for what they say. So
gotta have thick skin.
You gotta have thick skin. That's what 2 C's. Yeah. All right, let's get into Ethereum here. Ethereum is starting to break out. We got more on this today with Carl on the channel. And I think that, he's saying it's looking very bullish. He's saying that, it looks like there's a potential breakout happening. I'll let you guys see what that is a little bit later. But as far as market Cipher goes, the money flow is thick on the daily. Let's go check out the God dang it, Bobby. On the 4-hour chart, not quite as thick green as the daily chart, which is interesting. But you guys can see we've had that reversal. We've had that reversal on from the money flow in the red to the green on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, we did just in the last few hours get there's a show called that apparently says BitBoy in it. Have you guys seen that? Did you see that, TJ?
The show you're talking about, Startup?
Yeah. It's on Netflix.
I've watched 1 or 2 episodes because people told me it was about crypto. They say BitBoy in that show.
Well, someone gets caught like, "Hey, BitBoy."
Oh,
But I mean, I don't know if they're doing their research on crypto. Like, they got to know who I am.
so how much of it you watched?
None of it.
None.
Yet.
Okay.
We're finishing up the Circle season 1.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, I think that's one that's probably just a me watch, not a me and the wife watch. She'll probably fall asleep in it.
Yeah, definitely.
She falls asleep in my videos. I'm just kidding. She doesn't. She watches all my videos. I love you, hon. Sorry. Just a joke. Okay, just a joke. Don't hit me over the head when I get home. Anyways, so on the 4-hour chart, we are seeing some interesting action here on the EMA ribbon, as you guys can see up here. We have been solidly above the EMA ribbon for the last, looks like 12 hours. We did wick down into it at some point, but it's starting to look like this could be developing as support around 2780, which is where, yeah,
Not wrong.
Everything thick. That's what they say. But 2780, which is actually, I think we went at 2770 yesterday. Was that where we got in at? Right now we're up. Look at that. We're up 16%. Or is that's 0.16%. We're up $2.79 on this trade we made yesterday. So
That's like an Iran gain right
yeah,
there.
it is an Iran gain. We actually just went negative $1. 2785. So interesting thing is, this is starting to look kind of like some support. So either it's going to tear through this, and I'm going to take a little bit of a loss on this trade on ByBit, or either it's going to bounce up. And I'm thinking we are breaking out soon. One of the problems is, though, we're not seeing the volume for these breakouts that we really need to be seeing in order to see the massive breakouts back up to the points that we want to get at. And I think, obviously, like, here's the thing. If Bitcoin is going to drop, if Bitcoin's going to drop significantly, Ethereum's not going to move up, right? Because when you think about it, when Bitcoin does drop at the peak of the cycle and Ethereum pumps after that, the reason is because people are taking profits. People who didn't take profits over 2 weeks ago, they didn't take profits. I mean, people aren't usually taking profits on the way down. And, excuse me, unless you're doing like what we did and we hedged a little bit. You know, you got to be safe. You got to hedge a little bit. But people aren't taking profits on the way down. So what we're seeing right now is the phenomenon known as the Bitcoin sideways action. When Bitcoin goes sideways, okay, for any period of time, and the market is still bullish, that means that the prices could go up for Ethereum. So when somebody threw me off my game here because I said Carl just tweeted it's breaking down. Let's see what he said. You know, Carl says it could go up or it could go down. So he does say that. Let's see what he said. He says, watching this scenario now, may have to take some profits on my long if the rising wedge breaks down. Once again, this is exactly what I was talking about the low volume. What I'm saying is, when the volume is not pumping, you're not going to see the massive run-ups. Because of low volume, Bitcoin might still be within the triangle. So basically, we had gotten above this triangle, and it looked like Bitcoin was breaking out, but now it could be breaking back down possibly because it looks like we're getting a soft rejection here. We're now back at 38.5. As long as it holds 38.5-ish, I think we'll be fine. But, obviously, if Bitcoin drops, Ethereum is not going to move up. We need the sideways action for extended period of time. When the market is bullish, then we need the volume to come in and pump up the prices. And, guys, at the end of the day, we can talk about news. What is that, BitBoy versus Hot Pockets? I'd tear them up. You ain't got to worry about that. The thing is that, when it comes to the markets and what we're seeing right now, I lost my train of thought. What I was saying, it was with the news. It doesn't matter how much great news we have. No matter what the news is, no matter what the recovery on DeFi is, no matter what these, Bitcoin Miami, no matter what's happening, if we don't have the buying pressure, it's not going to go up. Now, some people would say sometimes we get the buying pressure and then get stifled by whales pushing it down. But at some point, you got to see the volume to match up on that, and we're just not seeing it right now, unfortunately. But Bitcoin is holding 38.5. It's held it, I think, for about a day now, pretty much. Ethereum is holding 27.8-ish, okay, $2,780. So these are good signs, but we got to have volume to push prices up. But I think we've been talking about for a long time, we would think that when Bitcoin Miami was going on, Bitcoin 2021, we'd see prices go up. We saw it at the last conference. So I don't know, something to think about.
I'm thinking we're going to have a good pump this weekend.
I'm thinking too.
Just my gut.
Are you going to take profits on it?
No, I'm just going to watch it go. It's going to take mental, psychological profits. I'm just going to refresh the account and watch it go up.
Yeah. I would think about taking profits, I think.
Well, I'm not day trading it, or like if I was in a long, close out the long, but
yeah.
I mean.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, because what we saw last time.
Yeah.
We saw the peak of the euphoria of that mini pump while we were there at the conference. And then it went down and down and down and down and down and down and down.
Gaston and I were talking about that last night. Basically, during the conference, it pumped from under 10K, like 9 and change, all the way to 14 and change.
Yeah.
And then within the next week after the conference.
Back in 9.
Back in 9.
So this is what I talk about when I say think about taking profits. Like, do we think the bull market is over? I don't believe that. I do think we're seeing a double pump.
Well, that's what I was about to say, too. That was during the midst of a bear market.
But what if it is?
Yeah, what if it is?
But what if it is? Wouldn't it be smart if it does pump during this conference to look back and say, okay, the last time this conference happened, we saw this exact same thing, and then the price collapsed right after. So it would make sense to maybe take some profits if things do pump over this weekend. So you got to be smart.
Now, I will say I'll take profits in the sense of rolling lower cap alts back up into Ethereum and Bitcoin. That's probably what I would do.
When it goes up?
When Bitcoin pumps, if all the low cappers are blasting off, having huge pumps, then roll those back up into Bitcoin or Ethereum. That's what I would do.
But that's not what we saw in that last time.
No.
We didn't see any of that. We only saw
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin only was pumping at that time.
Yeah.
So if Bitcoin only is pumping, probably Ethereum would pump too. But if other stuff isn't pumping, so many people got in around $50,000, and I just don't want to see these people get hurt again, And so if you see prices go up, you can pull out your original investment, you can whatever, look, it's not bad to do. You got to take profits along the way. Not all of it, maybe 12.5%. I don't know. Maybe just a number I pulled out of the air. But I'm just saying, you got to weigh the regret, okay? Think about the regret. What percentage of your portfolio would you be comfortable pulling profits on, okay? If it goes way up, pulling profits, what percentage would you be comfortable taking, as opposed to if you watch Bitcoin this weekend run all the way back up to 47K, let's say, and then the price has dropped down and down and down, and we go into a bear market. This is the relief pump here. What is the regret factor? What would you regret more? Would you regret more not taking profits or taking profits and then the prices continue to go up? I think the regret is always on the side of not taking profits, right? Because when you do take profits, but you don't take all of it, when we talk about taking profits, we're not talking about cashing in all your crypto. Talking about dollar cost averaging out a little bit. We're talking about taking 10%, taking a coin, or taking a coin that you never thought would get this high and pulling it out. Saying, oh, I have this goal. I wanted to meet this. I want to get this number. I'm there. Let me take that out, and now the rest is cash money, is house money. That's what we mean when we say taking profits. Okay. When you take profits on your portfolio and it still goes up and you've got massive exposure still, or the majority of your exposure in, you're happy to see the numbers going up, and you got money sitting in USDC, sitting in your bank account, sitting on Coinbase, wherever. It's a win-win. So something to think about. I just don't want you guys to play this wrong. And I don't know. We may see the return and things go way, way up, but always hedge against the worst-case scenario. That's what I'd say about this weekend, because I remember what it was like in 2019 when we got that massive run-up and the excitement and, thinking, this is it. We're going back to 20K. And the next week, looking at my portfolio and being like, dang it was the same place before I left.
Yeah.
So be smart. Be smart. All right, let's talk about this. Search giant Google lifts 2018 ban on crypto exchange.
Can you collapse that in a bit?
Yeah. There we go. No. Yes. Actually.
Just zoom it. There you go.
A little too far, actually. I don't want to show my yellow screensaver. Okay, so search giant Google lifts 2018 ban on crypto exchange wallet advertisements. In a surprise move on Wednesday, online advertising behemoth Google lifted a nearly 3-year-old policy banning crypto exchanges from using its ad services. Requirements exchanges have to pass include needing to be either registered with FinCEN as a money service business and with at least one state as a money transmitter, or a federal or state chartered bank entity, potentially opening the door to ads from services like Anchorage and Paxos.
Interestingly, we're having to do that too just to advertise merchandise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going to get into that in a second. Because I'm wondering like where we fit into all this.
Yeah,
like now that they're dropping the FinCEN requirements, will we be able to get through? Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly. How does Ivan do it?
I don't know. He probably went through this process that we're going through right now. Registered with FinCEN, did the whole thing.
You can't register with FinCEN as an influencer or YouTuber.
We're doing it. You can. You just have to pay and fill out the stuff and answer all the requirements. And
I didn't think you could.
Well,
oh,
they haven't.
Okay, well, great.
Yeah.
Well, let's get it then. I guess then that's what he did. I was wondering maybe his ad say Blockchain Academy and not maybe it doesn't say crypto in it somewhere. I don't know, because Ivan does ads.
Yeah.
For his academy, which is cool. We love Ivan, support Ivan. He's a good friend. But anyway, it says ads for initial coin offerings, DeFi trading protocols, or otherwise promoting the purchase, sale, or trade of cryptos or related products all continue to be prohibited. Now, I'm pretty sure that I remember, I think it was Theta was doing Facebook ads back in 2018. I think it was Theta. It was a video delivery platform. I wonder if it was maybe a different one. But I remember when this ban happened and they stopped, because I have been seeing, if you were in crypto in 2017, like you remember seeing like ads everywhere for ICOs, Facebook ads, Google ads, everything. And so it got out of control and the bubble popped. And so they stopped it. But now basically what they're saying, okay, if you are an actual exchange, okay, and why do you guys think Google is doing this? Money, obviously. Think about how much money there is in the crypto exchange business. If you're in the exchange business or the wallet business, how much would you be willing to pay per click? Which pay per click's all a scam, but it's the only way to do it. Basically, like Google, I mean, there's plenty of documentation on this. They basically inflate the auction numbers, so you have to pay more for a click. And what they do is they actually price out lower competitors, because Google doesn't want mom and pop shops advertising. They pretend like they do. They say, we want your business, but they give all the benefits to the people that are at the top, because they're able to do more money in advertising, okay, more money in advertising, and Google has to manage less entities if they just push people out. So I know this very well from the ticket business I was in. They made it impossible for the small kind of startup guy to win there. And I think almost anybody in any business will tell you that's what they do, right? If you're a pressure washer, try to get pay-per-click on that. The numbers don't even make sense. It's almost impossible to make a profit. But with the it's kind of like the mining farms, right? Like I had somebody the other night at my kid's baseball practice. He asked me, he said, yeah, a guy offered me this thing to pay like $8,000 and do a basically not necessarily cloud mining, but that mining rental kind of thing where you say, oh, you own your own miner, but it's mining over here in our facility. And I was like, you'd just be better off, like, actually, if you would have put that money a year ago, because you were saying it was a year ago, $8,000 into Bitcoin, look how much better you'd be doing than if you put it in that. But the idea with the mining farms is you think the average person can just start mining and make money, but it's really hard. The people that are really making money in mining are the mining farms that are using cheap electricity, and they have thousands of devices. And they're only making a small fraction on each device, but added up, it's a giant profit. It's the same way with Google. Like they want a few people making all the money. And so now they're seeing like, wow, these exchanges, these wallets, they've got big money. We want a piece of that. When you look at let's go look at the Google search trends here. Google search trends. Let's look at crypto exchange and see what that looks like.
It's also interesting timing with a lot of the people having suppressed YouTube numbers, and they're changing their ad regularities. I wonder if they're trying to incentivize crypto content creators to run ads so they can make more money off them.
Well, but that wasn't really necessarily like, okay, so if you actually look at what they said is that, let's see, where'd that story go? I lost it. But the point is, what they said is exchanges and wallets specifically, and then everything else that's in that little group of things that they said are not allowed, everything that's not mentioned in that gets thrown in the not allowed box. Doesn't get thrown in the allowed box. So my suspicion would be, and we're probably going to find, is that nothing has changed for us, that everything has changed for Google or for wallets and exchanges. But even if you're not trying to sell a coin or whatever, you still will get grouped in that not allowed box.
So they made it easier for Coinbase and Gemini, but everybody else is still
exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is a crypto exchange. Let's look at past 5 years. Wow, look at that. In 2017, at the peak, crypto exchange was Googled more times than this supposed peak. That's interesting, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I don't know, just saying. Everybody says this bull run's different, right? Everybody says this one's different. More adoption. More people are interested. The numbers don't bear that out, guys. The numbers still say retail blow-off pop in 2017 was about 20% bigger than what we just experienced, which is very interesting because there's way more people in crypto now. Were you going to say something? I heard you smack your lips.
No.
Were you just smacking your lips?
I was just thinking. I don't think I smacked my lips, but I did hear that.
I heard this. I heard you go.
Yeah, I heard that, but I don't think it was me.
Which one of y'all lip smackers back there? Okay, so anyways, that's very interesting stuff. So somehow I'm in Germany over here. Okay, so check this out. This is a very interesting story. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak can't sue YouTube over Bitcoin scam. So this is a very interesting story because this is something we've talked about a lot. Now, you guys may see ads for BitBoy arbitrage. That's a giant scam. I have nothing to do with that. We tried everything in our power to get them taken down. Still get questions every day. I can't even answer all the questions anymore. That's how many messages we get. Almost 5 million followers total. And the thing is, I thought Steve Wozniak had an earring, but then I realized it was my my mouse cursor on his... he dropped it. Okay. But anyways, the point here is that this is something that I've wanted to do. I've wanted to sue Google. I would love to sue them. Am I shadow banned by YouTube?
Why you are?
Oh, I am shadow banned by YouTube.
Sean Hall saying he didn't get a notification.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing a lot of that stuff. But we've also been told by our YouTube people is that for a lot of people, when you hit 1 million subscribers, YouTube stops helping you grow so much. You see that if you look at Graham or Andre or any of these guys, even as slow as our subscribers have halted to over the last week or 2 weeks, we're still growing about the same pace those guys are. So it's pretty interesting. They kind of once you get 1 million subscribers, YouTube kind of puts a kibosh on you a little bit. So when that doesn't happen to somebody, I don't know, a little weird. When you generally see that across the board. So almost 5,000 likes. That is from Team Gast. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, let's try to get to 8,000. How many can we get? That's the question. How many people watching?
About 15.5.
15.5. Okay, 15.5. Those 500 people are in Miami. All right, so let's check out the scam here. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, also known as The Woz.
That's a pretty cool nickname.
I was going to say how dumb. So, lost his lawsuit against YouTube over videos that used his image to promote a bogus Bitcoin giveaway. YouTube and its parent Google are protected by the federal law that shields internet platforms from responsibility for content posted by users. California state judge said in a tentative ruling Wednesday. Wozniak argued in his lawsuit that Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act shouldn't apply because YouTube not only failed to remove the fraudulent videos, but materially contributed to the scam by selling targeted ads, driving traffic to the videos, and falsely verifying the YouTube channels that carried the video. Santa Clara County Superior Court Judge Sunil Kulkarnia said those factors weren't enough to overcome the immunity provided by Section 230. I wonder how much they paid her.
That's crazy.
The judge gave Wozniak 30 days to try to revise his complaint. The scam videos touted Wozniak as the host of a live giveaway with the promise that anyone who sent in Bitcoins would get double the number back. The old ETH giveaway scam. Scheme also used the names and images of other tech celebrities, including Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates, Elon Musk, according to the suit. This is asinine.
It's insane. It's insane the level of protection they get. Like, they basically can do whatever they want. I mean, if that's not enough to overturn it, what is?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Because all these people are in their pockets.
Yep.
Like, look where this is at. Santa Clara County. Okay. Now, is that where Silicon Valley is?
I think.
Santa Clara County? Let me look.
Close.
I think it is. What county is Silicon Valley in? Santa Clara County, right.
Yeah.
That's where a lawsuit is. So here's the thing, okay? People in Silicon Valley are terrified of these large entities. If you had ever read the Bitcoin Billionaires book, I'm telling you, it's so crazy. Basically what happens in the book is that the Winklevoss twins are trying to raise money. I think it was for Gemini.
It was basically Bitcoin started. I think it was still BitInstant at the time because they were still working with Charlie.
That's
Shrem.
what they were trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like they were trying to do angel investing or I can't, whatever it was. Basically, they were trying to get, investors to go in with them. And so they go and they're trying to meet a guy at a coffee shop. Okay. And basically the guy has already said like, yeah, I'm in, whatever. And they're meeting to like kind of finalize the details. I think it's been a couple of years since I read it, but I think that's kind of the gist of it.
Yep.
And the guy basically meets with him and he says, he looks real like sketched out, like looking around. He's like, I got to tell you guys, I can't go in on this. He says, if I do, Facebook will never buy my company. And if you didn't know, that is the goal of almost every Silicon Valley company.
Especially at that time. During that time, this would have been 2000, probably 11, 12-ish.
Yeah.
Facebook was buying up basically every tech startup out
Yeah.
there. Anything
They still
that
do
had
buy a lot of them.
any good tech, they just buy it and roll it into Facebook. So that, like you're saying, that
Like
was,
Instagram, for instance.
yeah, that was the whole strategy of most of the startups. Create something that Facebook isn't doing well so that Facebook can buy you and then you can exit. And like you're saying now, so if the Winklevoss twins couldn't get anybody to talk to them because everybody was scared of
Terrified.
Facebook. Yeah.
And that's why they went to New York. They ended up
Yep.
going to New York instead of LA. That's why Gemini's there and it's not over there. Because they couldn't get any money to help over there because the Winklevoss twins are like the enemies of Silicon Valley, which is pretty funny.
It is.
Because Zuckerberg is the prince of Silicon Valley and he loves smoking meats. So some may call him the meat prince.
Okay.
If you will. Yeah. Anyways, these people are terrible. If you think that this judge is not scared of these people, then you don't know what's happening over there. All of these people are in their pockets. Bezos, Zuckerberg, not Jack Dorsey so much. I don't think. I feel like Jack Dorsey is one of the good ones. I think his hands are tied a lot. It comes across that he's not. But I think he is for Bitcoin. I think he kind of sees there's definitely some things he's been complicit in for sure. But a lot of his hands are tied by the shareholder. He said that before. He's literally said, like, a lot of this isn't up to me. Like, when it comes to the censorship on the platform, I think he would actually, he's trying to create a decentralized Twitter.
I think so too.
Yeah. So look, I make fun of Jack Dorsey because of his nose ring, for sure, because, I mean, no offense if you have a nose ring, but I don't know. I just think he's too much of a hippie for me. But the point, I'm always insulting people with nose rings. How many people in the chat have nose rings? Always put a hashtag nose ring. I need to get a judge of if I should continue making that joke or not.
Do you have any preference on like male or female? Like male nose rings are a no-go, but female you don't care? It doesn't matter.
Oh, this is dicey territory. But yeah, of course, female nose rings are totally fine. My wife had a nose ring, actually,
Interesting.
when we got married, yeah. Or when we met. I actually used to have earrings, believe it or not. You can. I don't know if you
can't
can see the
believe
holes in
that.
my ears. I did.
I believe you.
Yeah, I had a stage. I
Back-
regret it a lot. My dad made so much fun of me.
Let's
so.
say back in the rapper days.
Yeah, it was. They were like, yeah, I thought I was, pimping back then, but spoiler alert, I wasn't. But now,
Now we be
now
pimping.
I'm really pimping. Where my pimp cup at?
Yeah.
Where my pimp cup at, snitches? Right here.
We need to keep that on the table every day.
I know. I love this thing. That somebody put so much work into that. That's incredible.
That is.
I mean, look at the bedazzle. It's so shiny. So shiny.
Leave the.
I want to take this to Miami and make it like my pimp cup.
Yeah, you should carry that the whole
Put some
time.
scissor in there. No, I can't put scissor.
No,
in
not
there.
scissor.
Maybe maple syrup. Pancake swap.
There you go.
I get Pancake Swap to sponsor it. I'll just like put a keychain, a little pancake hanging off of it, Sorry, this is getting really out of hand.
Yep.
All right, let's move on here.
Yep.
But it's to wrap this story up, though, it's a joke. It pisses me off. And this, who knows? That's probably why we get a little heat on YouTube, because we do speak out about these things, because it is negligence, absolute negligence for 100%. Borderless to launch $25 million Miami blockchain fund with Algorand and Circle. Miami was chosen because of its blockchain and crypto-friendly outlook.
And Circle is the parent of Goldman Sachs. Just for
The parent of Goldman Sachs?
I'm pretty sure. It's either the parent or the child, but I'm pretty sure it's the parent. Who owns? They're together. I'll find out. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, you look it up. I'll talk about the story. We do have Ethereum going back up. We're now up 4.76% in our trade. So how about that? Looks like maybe we're winning. What's Bitcoin at? Bitcoin back up to 38.7. So just keeping a little bit of a look on that. Borderless Capital is to launch a $25 million fund for blockchain investment in Miami, harnessing Algorand and the technology of stablecoin operator Circle. Borderless Miami will help local companies build platforms for payments and capital markets, leveraging Algorand technology, according to an email announcement Wednesday. Features of USDC and Circle Business Services built on the Algorand blockchain will also be part of the venture. Miami was chosen because of its blockchain-friendly outlook, driven in part by pro-Bitcoin Mayor Francis Suarez. With the support of Algorand, Circle, and other top partners, we're building an ecosystem in line with our vision for Miami. I'm so excited to work with Borderless.Miami to make Miami the epicenter for digital capital markets in our pursuit of becoming the capital of capital. Is that the new Silicon Valley phrase? Capital of capital?
They meant to say tech, probably.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, capital, like capital investments?
Yeah, like the capital of money.
Which yeah, interesting. They're trying to take that from New York, though, more than Silicon Valley, I would say.
We're trying to be the merge
Yeah.
of that. Suarez has previously stated his intention to turn Miami into a Bitcoin mining hub, harnessing the city's nuclear power capability to increase the U.S.'s global share of the mining industry, which is good. We want that. He also attempted to introduce Bitcoin as a means for residents to pay public services and as a salary option for city employees, but was halted by Miami's commissioners pending further discussion. Now, I thought that was all going through. Was that halted a few weeks ago when the crash happened with a point? So Algorand is actually a coin that we really like. We talked a lot about Algorand. This is one on Coinbase that you can actually stake and earn rewards on. Is one of the best paying ones on there, I believe. Is it the best paying one, or is Tezos the best paying one?
I'm not sure. They kind of change a lot, so
Yeah.
they're dynamic.
Algorand is one where I look and I'm like, oh, we actually made some money there, I think Miami continues to move forward. But I mean, I think that we've talked about Miami, about how we think it's going to be like the future of crypto, along with Texas. Like, don't rule out Texas. Texas, when I had that talk with them the other day, they definitely are really bullish, because they're cowboys out there, really bullish on Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain, and wanting to be a leader out there. And we know Elon Musk is moving Tesla out there. Oracle is moving out there. Mm-hmm. Who else is moving out there? Do you know? There are a couple other places.
There's a lot of big companies moving a lot of different operational things. I don't have specific ones off the top of my head, but I know like manufacturing, a lot of people are moving out to Texas and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's getting interesting.
So the interesting thing to me here is, like we talked about Miami, but Algorand being a part of this is very interesting. Algorand was actually created by Silvio Micali. He's actually the father of cryptography. He was actually doing cryptography like back in the 80s at MIT. So his a lot of the things that he created, I don't know if you say discovered or created. ZK Snarks, what would you say? Created, I guess. These are zero knowledge proofs. These are actually play a huge role in ETH layer 2 solutions, plays a huge role in privacy transactions, plays a huge role in a lot of stuff. He created it. So he's got all the connections, got all the experience. And this is why we tell you guys that like team is really important. Like I think over time, Algorand does have the potential to be a big winner. Now, is the speculative hype of the current bull cycle going to benefit Algorand more than other projects? TJ says yes. I say no.
No, I say they have really good technology, and this was the source of one of our first little
big arguments.
Yeah,
it really was. It was Algorand. I don't know why we argued over Algorand.
We both basically really liked it. It was just a matter of how interesting we thought it was to other people in the public. Basically, the tech is good, but the hype and the marketing's
bad,
non-existent, more or less.
But the interesting thing is like it's been changing a little bit over the last couple months. We've been seeing more Algorand fans in the chat. We've been seeing more stories about Algorand coming out. I think, who do they partner with?
Well, and that's where I was going with Algorand. Is I was a big believer in their corporate partnerships being the biggest fuel that gets them going. Like they're going to partner with the other big players and just get used the most. And you were saying, well, that has nothing to do with price. And I was saying eventually it could. And
but so you were saying this cycle you think it does. I'm saying I think next cycle it does. But I'm looking at their partners here. These are a lot of their capital partners, but where are their blockchain partners, I wonder? That's what I was wondering about, because they had partnered with somebody recently, and I can't remember who it was. If it's Chainlink, I'm going to laugh so hard. BlockSwap. I don't see. Is it Visa? No, it's not Visa. I remember who it was, but it was actually a project that we had looked at before. It's like one of our partners, I think, that they partner with. I can't remember who it was though. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to the next story. Look at this. By the way, guys, I forgot to say this. Did you guys know you can actually now, it disappeared. You guys can actually now trade Dogecoin on ByBit. Actually, that's new news. Trade. Let's see. Where is it? Maybe I have to refresh it. Maybe it's not open yet. Let's see where their promotions are. Learn, Help Center, 7-day challenge. I just saw the advertisement. Now I can't see it again. But I think you can now trade Doge in the next few days, you'll be able to trade Dogecoin on ByBit. So that's something we'll continue to monitor. Let me Google it real quick, because I could have sworn I just saw an ad for it. Let's see. Doge, here it is. Here's the advertisement here. Introducing Doge plus 300,000 USD bonus drop. Doge started out the year at 1 cent, has grown multifold. The rewards hub. Okay, so I guess trade Doge USDT perpetual contracts. So yeah, they are doing Doge trading now, even though I couldn't see it. You must enter the code DogeWow. DogeWow. So if you're interested in doing that, you guys can obviously head on over to bitwarriorcrypto.com/deals. You guys know the drill by now. Click on ByBit right here if you want to go sign up and trade Dogecoin. But Bitcoin attempts price breakout. Analysts see limited upside. And this is something that I'm hearing a lot of people say. And really, like when you listen to Crypto Face, what he said, when you listen to Carl today, basically what they're saying is, hey, it could be going up right now, but we don't see it going up like on the daily chart. Like maybe on the weekly, but we don't see things going up and really breaking out. So it says crypto funds are deploying newly subscribed capital, which seems to be pushing the crypto higher, one observer said. What is up with these CoinDesk articles that are just bullet points? Those things are pretty funny.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
I know they do it a lot. I just think it's like a weird way to do an article. But anyways, Bitcoin is looking higher, having ping-ponged over a narrowing price range for the past few days. But despite signs of a breakout, some analysts remain cautious. It's up 8%. And so this is something that's really interesting, which is crypto funds are deploying newly subscribed capital, which seems to be pushing the crypto higher. Now, this would explain why we're seeing the price go up, but we're not seeing the volume. The retail investor right now is still a little scared of this market. And why? Because a lot of the retail money came in between 38 or between, really between 42 and 65K, and now it's been crushed and it's been pushed down. It says limited partners are buying the dip, and the new start date for capital deployment is generally the first day of the month. Rally appears to be a low leverage, spot driven move. Funding rates, the cost of holding long positions in the perpetual futures, remain close to zero, according to data provider Glassnode. A high funding rate is taken to represent excess leverage on the bullish side. And this is interesting because just yesterday we looked at a story that said record longs, right? But they're saying that this move up has been pushed by spot positions, which is like a regular exchange like Binance or Coinbase. The daily chart shows the crypto is broken out of its 2-week long symmetrical triangle. Now, it depends on where you draw the line at. It depends on what time frame you're looking at, obviously. This is on the daily here. This is the 200-day moving average, which we're very, very much below right now. Now, I think Carl was saying if you take one of these lines and you draw it to a higher wick, we're actually not necessarily in a breakout. That's why he says he's monitoring it so close. Bitcoin is looking better, or much better technically. However, we would need to see a weekly close above the previous short-term high, 40,904, to regain confidence of a resumed uptrend. Let's see here. This guy says recoveries will be short-lived. We expect selling to resume in large supply being offered above $45,000. So we're just seeing indecision in the market. Big surprise. Looking at Bitcoin, going back, let's see, right now we're at 38.9, so it's going up 28.40. Look at our ETH trade. We're up 9.57%. We went in very low on this ETH trade. We do not have 300 ETH in this trade right now, like CryptoFace did the other night. And then he almost lost it all. He almost got liquidated, and then he held tough, and it went all the way back up. Yeah, that's the one thing about trading I don't miss too much is that right there. But what I want to look here is the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, number one, look how thick the money flow is on the weekly. We're very, very thick on the weekly, as you guys can see. But looking at the actual chart itself, we've gone below the EMA ribbon here. We went up to it last week. We got pushed back down. And now we're challenging to get back up. We're right now pretty much almost at the weekly high. The weekly high was 39.5. We're at like 38.8 right now. We're only $600 away from the weekly high. And that would actually, if we can get above 39.2 like we were earlier, that'll put us up a little further into this ribbon. We got to start making some moves here. Let's see, what is this making the monthly look like, I wonder? The monthly, 2 bad months in a row. We really need some bullish momentum here, I think. So, looking back, the last time we had 2 red candles in a row for the monthly is February of 20, and then March. That would have been a drop of, let's see how big that drop was. It was pretty considerable at that time. Mm-hmm. That would have been a 62% drop. Interesting. Then after that 62% drop, things started going up, and they never looked back. Right now, we're looking at, of course, we know that it was a 55% drop from the all-time high. Let's see where the drop is right now. Right now, it's like a 40% drop after this bounce. We really need to see this thing get back up to 45K this month for sure, in my opinion. Hopefully a little bit higher than that. Hopefully we'll get back above 47K, and then it's not that far of a distance from 47K to 65K. It's a big distance, but it feels like from here to 64K is like, walking across the Sahara Desert. So, all right, let's look at Grayscale here. Grayscale adds this is the first Grayscale story we've had in a while, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
There's actually some negative stuff about Grayscale not that long. Yeah, I think yesterday or last night.
Like what?
Basically saying less interest because there's so many other products out there now, other options. Basically, Grayscale trades at such a high premium. People are starting to go to the other Bitcoin and Ethereum products because
Like what? Like the futures contracts?
No, they have some other ones that are similar. I can't remember. I think the Guggenheim people started one. There's some other trusts that are similar that don't charge as high a premium on the price because they're not as big yet. So
interesting. You know who loves that?
Scott Menard.
Michael Saylor.
Yeah, Michael Saylor.
Loves that.
Yeah.
Grayscale adds $500 million in Bitcoin and other cryptos in one day. Now they've increased by 0.5 billion in 24 hours, and this story was written on the 3rd. That's today, correct?
Yes.
A large buyer of Bitcoin and altcoins, Barry Silbert affiliated Grayscale Investments, announced that as of June 2nd, it holds $34.7 billion worth of crypto under management, or AUM. Let's see here. Their total is $34.2 billion. It says, let's see, does it say what their average price was? Does not say. So here's a tweet just kind of showing what happened there. According to Grayscale's website, the company is currently holding $24 billion worth of Bitcoin. So crazy. With 692 million outstanding shares, and each one costing 0.0009 BTC. Grayscale does not accept private placements at the moment. According to analytics platform ByBit, investor outflows have been happening for a while already, not only from Bitcoin Trust, but also from trusts based on other cryptos as well. Let's see, inflows have been seen only on Litecoin Trust, as well as on LivePeer, Decentraland, Chainlink, Basic Extension Token, and Filecoin. 753 inflows in the past 7 days, but not Grayscale's other crypto trusts. So, it's just interesting to think about, like, when did Grayscale start? Let's see when they started. 2013? Wow, that's crazy. In March of 2017, Grayscale managed $208 million worth of investments.
Wow.
What was that number we just looked at? 24 billion?
Yeah.
208 million in 2017.
Quite the progress.
Quite the progress, but it just begs the question, like, how does Grayscale prepare for a bear market? You know what I mean? Like, you would think people would be selling like crazy during that time. As the price drops considerably. Unless, I don't know, does the average stock investor not think about that? They're just like, I just buy stock and whatever it does, it does. They don't probably understand. Most stock investors probably don't understand the Bitcoin cycles and the inevitable bear markets and the inevitable crashes like we just saw. But managing $208 million actually sounds like a whole lot to manage, but now you think about $24 billion of assets under management. It's like, I don't know. I'm going to be very interested to see what happens, like, to the trust in general during the bear market, because they've never had this much money to manage at one time while everybody's panicking and wanting to sell.
Well, that's a good point. We're starting to see people get real creative with, all over the world with how they manage stuff. I don't know if you saw the Russian Monetary Fund said they're no longer going to hold anything tied to the dollar. So they're dumping all dollar-based assets, which was a lot of what they had in their reserves. So people are getting creative.
That's very interesting.
It is.
I think that some folks are trying to group up on us, I think. If you haven't seen this coming, you haven't been paying attention. So that's all I'll say about that. But I think Grayscale is definitely a very interesting company. I think one thing that could be hurting the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is the same thing we see on the regular crypto markets, which is you're not seeing the excitement about Bitcoin that you're seeing about Ethereum and other coins because people feel like they missed it. But when it comes to the price per share being so low for Bitcoin, maybe that's kind of a workaround. People are like, well, I don't want to buy a whole Bitcoin, but I'll buy these shares because they're a much cheaper price. But I think that, there's a reason why Ethereum is gaining steam. I mean, people are looking at the Grayscale Ethereum Trust. People are looking at other institutional ways to invest in Ethereum. And one reason for all that is because of DeFi. DeFi is like, look, do not be fooled. Okay, I love Cardano. We love Cardano. We love Polkadot. Not as much as Cardano, but we do like Polkadot. At least the project itself. But guys, DeFi is Ethereum right now. Ethereum is the only chain that's built out enough to be able to hold DeFi as an infrastructure. And I think it was, let's see who it was. I think it was Elio yesterday. Elio makes some good tweets, man. I don't know if he does his own tweets. I think he does. It sounds like him. Sounds like his voice. But he's got some really, really interesting tweets. This one right here was the one. I should probably retweet it for him. Because this is something that we go through here, is like we're looking at DeFi offering 8%, and we're like, 8%. We can make more money with it being liquid. DeFi is really only interesting once you've made lots of money. 8% sounds sexy to you? It does to a billionaire. NFTs, however, are for everyone. It's just that the market is geared towards the whales right now. That too will change, and NFTs will spread like, I don't think I can say that word. But this is the part that I really thought was interesting about this tweet, which was that DeFi is only interesting once you already have money. Like when you're looking at a lot of these yield farming returns, like if you got $100 to put in, you're not going to really see a lot of money coming in, But if you've got $100 million, okay, now you're talking about major, major, major money. Because 8% of $100 million is, look, guys, I'm a math wizard. It's $8 million. Wow. Okay? So now apply that over $1 billion. Okay? If you've got $1 billion, then 8% of that would be $80 million. Is that right? Yeah, that is right.
A year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8%. Yeah. And then you compound that over time as well. So $8 million is, or $80 million, like you could do some damage with 80 mil, I thought my portfolio was going to get there until 2 weeks ago. Son of a snitch. Who crashed it? I'm not supposed to be yelling for my voice, but. So anyways, so get back to DeFi here. Decentralized finance exchanges and tokens are recovering a lot faster than a great number of digital assets that lost more than 40% last week. DeFi tokens like Kyber, Curve, Terra, Hero, and more. I can't believe this one's still around.
I can't either.
After that giant scandal they had.
I can't believe that got thrown into this article.
That's what I'm sitting here wondering. It's a little sketch.
It is.
I'll just say this. Look, it had nothing to do with anything financial, but they had like a really crazy thing happen a couple years ago. And I was like, this project's toast.
Interesting group of people.
Yeah. But anyways, they have been seeing more than double-digit gains. On May 23rd, the DeFi's economy's aggregate TVL dropped to a low of around 50 billion, and it since is gained 17.4 billion. So let's look, 90 billion to 50 billion would be like about a 45% drop. And then this would be like about a 40% gain. So I'm just trying to look at these numbers here. I'm trying to like compare the bounce we got from Bitcoin to the bounce of this, and it doesn't seem to be that different, I don't think, really. But anyways, the point is, 7-day statistics for DEXs show $19 billion swapped. We got some interesting DeFi projects we're going to be looking at this week. Uniswap saw $11.4 billion in trades, while SushiSwap saw $2.4 billion in swaps during last week. On the BSC, PancakeSwap tallied $20.4 million in volume over the last 24 hours. DeFi Economy's TVL has increased 34.8%. I said about 40%. That was pretty good. After the DeFi slid to 50 billion, DeFi Pulse records show that Aave has a dominance ranking of 15.18%, as the lending protocol has 10.2 billion. Our largest DeFi holding, Aave. It's because this is one that's going to be around. It's kind of the giant in the space. For a long time, it looked like there were some other, like Compound showed up. It was like, what is this thing? You had Maker originally. You had Synthetics charging up against it. But Aave has just smacked all these down. And Aave has become the top project.
Yeah, it's crushing it.
Yeah. Okay. DeFi users continue to rise exponentially. And this is what I was telling you guys a while back. Mainstream ain't here yet for DeFi at all. These are all the closest thing to mainstream DeFi that we have is the TikTok people coming and using PancakeSwap, like Blockchain Boy was talking about the other day. That was very interesting. Did you hear what he said about that?
I did, but I don't know specifically what you're referencing.
Well, he said that the majority of the gems on PancakeSwap get found through TikTok.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're not on TikTok watching crypto videos, what the heck are you doing? You probably something productive, okay? But you guys make sure come follow me on. Look at that. Look at them glasses.
Look
man.
at them
Look at
shades.
that. Hey, that's them Gucci's. That's them Gucci's right there.
Gucci gang, Gucci
Real
gang,
Gucci
gang.
shades. I'm a baller. That's what I can say. I mean, I wasn't a baller until I got the Gucci shades, but now. Okay, so you guys make sure you follow me, BitBoy Crypto at BitBoy Crypto. 2.7 million followers. We're going to be approaching 2.8 million pretty soon, not super soon. And that's reminded me, TJ.
Oh, we need Blockchain Boy wants to not hook up.
Whoa,
hang out while we're in
That's my son.
Miami.
Yeah, of course. I want to see him while I'm there too. But
Yeah.
guess what? So is everybody else.
I know.
It's going to be really hard. There are going to be people getting their feelings hurt, I think, because there's a lot of important people we want to talk to and hang out with while we're down there, but time's limited. We're only down there for a weekend.
Come to the meetup.
Come to the meetup. Come to the meetup. Don't forget. Come to the meetup. Here we are. Let's actually pin this for the next couple of days. I had an idea, TJ. Now we're working on a really big idea, by the way, for a giveaway. Okay, but I was thinking, like we've got about 4.5 million followers altogether. I was thinking if we did some kind of giveaway when we hit 5 million total followers.
That'd be kind of
Across platforms.
Okay.
Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Sure.
What should we... I got the perfect idea. You know what we should give away?
What?
You. Get your own TJ when we hit 5 million followers, and then we'll pimp you out.
Well, how do we pick the winner?
How do you pick the winner?
There's only one TJ to give away.
Well, I guess she's got to be quite the sexy lady. Or, I don't know. Maybe it's a gym rat. I don't know. Maybe you got to have maybe the guy with the biggest chest max, like whatever he can bench.
I don't think so.
No, you don't think so.
I don't think so.
He'll crush you. Okay. I don't know why he's Russian, but he is. I guess he came from Cointelegraph. I need to get that name out that I wrote down and say that on air. That'll be fun. But anyways, guys, let's move on. Last story of the day. Ethereum Upgrades. Okay. Oh, it's upgrades. Pardon me. You only get that joke if you were here at the beginning of the stream. That's why you got to watch the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Even Vitalik Buterin is surprised at just how long ETH2 is taking. Ethereum co-founder cites people problems as one of the obstacles to progress.
I loved that line. Basically, he says it's not the tech, it's just all the people you have to deal with when you're running a business.
Oh, I can relate to that. Sorry, people that are working for me that are in the back of the room. But I think it's funny because, like, I think of, Vitalik, he's I don't know if he's socially awkward, but, like, do you remember the picture of him and the girl? Yeah. It's him and a girl, and it's like, he's, like, he's barely touching her, she obviously wanted to take a picture with it. She's all in, and he's like, and it's just kind of funny. I don't know.
He's just obviously very intelligent, very analytical, thinks like a programmer, which is a lot of times like an alien.
An alien.
Yeah, correct. Or computer is where I was going. So I can imagine him feeling that humans are the most difficult part of his job.
I'm just saying, like, do you see the color here? It's green. If somebody could Photoshop this and make all of his skin this color, I think he would definitely look like an alien here. Yeah. I'm just saying. We love you, Vitalik. He's down in Miami, actually, right now. Mm-hmm. Wow. Vitalik, let's hook up. Any way you want. Any way you want. I can't believe the official Ethereum channel on the interwebs has not had Vitalik on the show.
Yeah, we need to work on that.
We need to work on that. I love Vitalik. I really do. Like, obviously, he's got some quirks about him and all that stuff. He said some weird things at different times. But ultimately, I think he is a visionary, and I think he's a great person. And I would definitely love to have him on. I love what he did with, I don't love what he did with Shiba, but I also do love what he did with Shiba. I think that describes a lot of the stuff that a lot of our most important crypto people do. Like even CZ, like there's some stuff he's done that I'm like, I really love. And there's some other stuff that, I criticize him for because, people are well-rounded. They have good and bad qualities. And, you agree with some of the things. You don't agree with everything. But ultimately, I am a big fan of Vitalik and would love to have him on the show. So Vitalik commented on the obstacles on the roadmap to ETH 2.0 at a conference in Hong Kong, speaking partly in Mandarin at the virtual. I wonder if it was like every other word.
I doubt it.
Okay. This was the Start Me Up HK festival. Is that a Rolling Stones concert? Buterin said tech wasn't the major issue. He said, we thought it would take 1 year to do the proof of stake, but it actually takes 6 years. I like the way he words that too. He's like, not like it took them 6 years, like, or they overestimated. It was like, we thought it would take 1 year to do the proof of stake, but it actually takes 6 years. Like 6 years is the required number. If you're doing a complex thing that you think will take a while, it's actually very likely to take a lot more time. And it's just so funny. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, life in general. How true is that statement?
Very true.
It's so true. Like, look, I thought our academy that we're creating was going to take a month and it'd be out in February.
Yeah, no.
We've been working nonstop at it.
Yeah.
And it's June. It's still not out yet. Like, it's just...
It's going to be out before the end of June. Next 2 weeks, I think. But I feel like Vitalik.
It actually takes 8 months.
I feel like Vitalik right now talking about the ETH 2.0 upgrade. Like, it's
That's
coming,
exactly
guys.
how I feel. It's so
coming.
Yeah, we'll get it. There's been a number of internal team conflicts. No way. Not at Ethereum. Internal team conflicts at Ethereum? Didn't know about that. It has taken Ethereum to get where it is today. One of the biggest problems I've found with our project is not the technical problems. It's problems related to people. And it's just getting people on the same page to go the same direction. And you just be surprised. Like, what is the, oh, God. Maybe I'm not supposed to say that phrase. Not enough workers, too many bosses. Maybe that's a good way to say that. It's basically like when you're working on a group and you've got especially high-level people, like everybody wants to be. This is why Charles and Vitalik and Gavin did not work together, right? Because they all want to be the head honcho, And they all think that their opinion on what's happening is the most important and what'll change it. And when people go against that, they're like, I'm the smartest person in the room here. And they all think they're the smartest person in the room. It's hard to get stuff done. And you find that with a lot of high-level people. It's just hard to get them to work together because you do find with people that are extremely intelligent on that level, like, it is hard for them to relate to people sometimes. There's actually, like, I don't know, there's all kinds of studies on relationships and showing how that's true with, like, it's very hard to get two super high IQ intellectual individuals in a relationship, because there's just a lot of conflict created by that. I guess me and my wife are the, exclusion there. Yeah. She's very intelligent. She reads more books. She reads, I would say she reads probably more books in a year than everybody watching this video combined. Wow. Because y'all are on the internet watching my videos all the time. You don't have time to outread her. She reads about over 100 books a year, like novels or, chapter books, I guess you call them. Anyways, originally, the plan was to work on shard chains before the merge to address scalability. However, with the boom of Layer 2 scaling solutions, the priority has shifted to swapping proof of work to proof of stake via the merge. Phase 1 is not expected until later in 2022. Right now, we're at, I think we're at phase 0.5. It's a phase 0, and then there's like a phase 0 2.0 kind of deal, and I think that's where we're at technically on the roadmap. And that's when this happens, the two chains will merge. He said the current vision for Ethereum is largely become a victim of its own success. And we said that yesterday. We say that a lot. Guys, the reason why Ethereum has so many problems is because it works and people are using it. Mm-hmm. You look at these other chains, they don't have a stress test because they don't have enough users to be able to determine whether they can do what they say they're going to do or not. Buterin says they're using the moniker less frequently of ETH2 because the team wanted to emphasize that this isn't throwing out the existing ETH platform, making a new one. It's a much more kind of incremental set of changes. So we'll just have to see how this happens. Obviously, this is an important line here. Proof of stake network will use around 99.5% less energy.
99.95.
Wow, I didn't even see that. Wow, I thought 99.5 was good. 99.95, almost 100%, right? Almost 100% less energy. That would mean it uses no energy, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see is all the stuff against Bitcoin and the environmental aspect of stuff, gets more, hyped up as time goes on and climate change becomes more and more of an issue, or people care about it more and more. Either way. But anyways, guys, that's all we got for today. We're going to Miami in the morning. We'll be down there first thing. We'll be there before the conference starts, I believe. But guys, we're having the meetup. Don't forget to go to our Twitter page. I retweeted the meetup information here. We wrote it. This is so ghetto, but I love it. It's so us is what it is. So you guys make sure to go and check that out. If you're going to be in the Florida area, you don't have to go to the conference to come hang out at the meetup. If you're just in the Miami area, you want to come meet and hang out and stuff, there it is. So make sure to do that. But we will not be live streaming in the morning. Tomorrow at 11, when we should have our live stream, I'm going to have my big Ethereum flipping Bitcoin video. Been working on that all week, so definitely excited to see what is going to happen with that. We'll be keeping a check on the prices. Hopefully things go up this week. Remember, be smart, take profits if you do get some massive profits. Love you guys. That's all we got. See you Monday.
Be blessed.
Be blessed.
BitBoy out.
BitBoy out.